Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Carrie Simpson. It's now time for Frontline Business. Palace Amusement suffered a near $50 million loss for the January to March quarter. It recorded a $49.2 million net loss compared to a $43.7 million profit during the same period last year. During the 3 months, Palace Amusement earned $229 million in revenue compared to $254.5 million in 2019. The company has not shown movies since COVID-19 restrictions were imposed in March. Meanwhile, Fosrich is reporting net profit of $4.8 million for the quarter ended March 31. That was an 85% decline from $32.9 million last year. However, revenues were up 19% at $448.8 million. The company says this was attributed primarily to increased sales in the industrial control devices, panels, and PVC categories. President General of the Bustamante Industrial Trade Union, BITU, Kavan Gale, says it should not be business as usual when Jamaicans return to work on June 1 with the lifting of stay-at-home orders. He is expecting companies to make changes in keeping with COVID-19 environment.
It's a question of adaptability. Again, you are working from home. You would have conditioned your mind in terms of how you work from home. But when you go back, there are some businesses would have their strategic plan would have established certain targets, certain targets and objectives was going to be the same. So there has to be some rethinking of those targets, and to be fair to the workers, to have the necessary consultation with the workers in terms of what is expected. It is not going to be business as usual.
Mr. Gale says employers will also have to do more to protect their workers.
We have to take into consideration the whole aspect of making the necessary standard changes when we're going to open up back work to protect the well-being of our citizens, our society, the elderly, the workers, the customers that have to interface on a daily basis as we go about our business. Because I want to suggest that this pandemic, the virus, the disease, whatever it is still around, and we have to be mindful of it whilst we reopen an economy.
In Wednesday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index advanced by 7,314 points to close just under 400,000 units. Overall market activity from trading in 76 stocks, of which 44 advanced, 21 declined, and 11 traded firm. The Junior Market Index advanced by 110 points to close at over 2,000 units. Stocks advanced for 1834 Investments, Access Financial Services, Blue Power Group, Caribbean Assurance Brokers, and Caribbean Cream. Stocks declined for 138 Student Living Jamaica, Barita Investments, Caribbean Cement Company, Epley Caribbean Property Fund, and Epley Limited. Trading firm were Berger Paints Jamaica, Caribbean Producers Jamaica, Dolphin Cove, Everything Fresh, and Grace Kennedy. Trans Jamaican Highway Limited was the volume leader with 4.8 million units, followed by Wigton Wind Farm Limited ordinary shares with 1.3 million units, and Alaska Manufacturing Limited with just over 1 million units. And now for the foreign exchange. Oil prices dipped Wednesday as concerns over the lasting economic fallout from the coronavirus pandemic outweighed signs of improving demands and production cuts by major oil producers. Brent crude fell 11 cents to settle at $34.54 a barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI fell 13 cents to settle at $31.83 a barrel. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Carrie Simpson, wishing you pleasant viewing.